I don't necessarily have a story, but like every day I'm just questioning myself about who I am and where I'm going to be in life. So I just pray to God, and I know He'll show me the answers through the people around me and my parents and family.
Yeah, like you're saying, you wake up every morning saying, what do I do next? How am I here and stuff? And like, I'm just a sophomore, but already our guidance counselors are talking to us about college. And it's starting to scare me because I feel like just yesterday, we're in grammar school, just doing everything the same way. Now that there's change, I feel like every day I'm saying, where am I going with this? What college am I going to go to? What's my future going to be like? And it's kind of scary when you think about that.
Yeah. Our spotlight guest, Monsignor Walter Nolan, pastor of St. Paul's Church in Princeton, has an amazing story. Through prayer, he asked God what God wanted him to do and got an immediate response.
Let's check it out.
I remember saying to myself, I guess in my senior year in college, really, God, what do you want of me? And I knew I'd be going into the military, but I also started to realize that I thought I was really, really in love with someone, and I didn't know what that quite meant. And I remember like praying in church by myself, even, and I wasn't like the holiest kid in the world. But I would go to church and sometimes just sit there and say, I don't know, I'm just another guy. Tell me what you want. Show me what you want me to do. One day I was actually in St. John's Church in Jersey City, and I was saying that kind of a prayer. God, show me the way. Now this particular person that I thought was just a wonderful, beautiful person lived about 60 miles away, and as I came out of the church, after just asking God, show me what you want me to do, this person was coming up the steps to the church. I said, what the heck are you doing here? And she happened to say that she just felt that she thought she'd just want to see me that day and come up to say hello. And I think it was an answer of teaching me an awful lot about the real mystery of love and what love and life was really, really about. I did marry that young lady, Patricia, and after we lost a child, she got sick and God called her home. And that left a whole void in a sense, maybe a darkness. And I really wrestled with some anger, of course. And I thought for a while, what do you really want, God? And I did think of a lot of things. I thought of going to medical school. I thought of actually doing something with police work. But the priesthood just kept popping in my head. And that's when I guess I prayed more about it and asked more about it. And every time I would do something, I get this real strong feeling inside of me. Well, that was fun, but why don't you be a priest? So I just couldn't get it out of my mind. So finally, I just said, I gotta really look into this, and this is what happened.
Such an amazing story. I really feel like it connected with what we heard this morning about not just coincidence, God giving us signs. Like, he really has a lot of good things to say. God gave him a sign.
It's true. I think God gives all of us signs, even though sometimes they're not always the most obvious signs. So we have to pay attention. Because you never know what God's going to throw at you.
Next, a few people from the crowd hear this unbelievable Diocese of Trenton Youth Conference share some of the ways God helped them to discover what he wants them to do, or the plan that God has for them.
Let's take a look.
Share some of the ways God has helped you discover what he wants you to do, or help you discover the plan God has for you.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I don't know the plan he has for me. Anytime I go through a hard time, I sit down and think about it. And when I think, I'm obviously that God is making me go through this for a reason, and there's something I'm supposed to get out of it.
Giving us talents so we can work out with each other and do good things.
Well, I discovered that I have a talent for singing and songwriting, and God has helped me through those things.
I like singing in church, so Catherine always tells me to sing with our teen music ministry at church, and made me realize I want to like sing and act when I get older.
I want to be a vet, so when I see animals and stuff, I think that's God giving me a sign, just that I want to, help those animals.
Mine's just like helping other people, like in little stuff, big stuff.
All of my friends tend to come to me and ask me for advice, and I just kind of through that figured out that I'm like the advice giver through my friends, and I feel like He sent all those people to me to ask me for help, to help me realize that I was good at giving advice and helping people out.
Through other people, it's hard to find it within yourself because a lot of times you block out what God's trying to tell you.
I think some of the best ways He's actually done that is helped me through the younger kids. We get a lot of younger kids who come here from, we have the high school youth group and we have the junior high school youth group. And I sometimes come and help the kids with confirmation.
When I went on Habitat for Humanity for a week, so doing that work and just building those houses really showed me that I have a calling to a life of service.
When we went to Good Works and I got to work with a lot of the people there that don't have a lot of money and their houses were falling apart, and it made me feel really good to help them build their houses.
Through volunteer work and through spending time with my family and through being part of CYO, and yeah.
Getting involved in youth group and stuff like that kind of made me realize like what I want to do with my life. I kind of want to get involved with kids and teach and stuff like that.
Joining the youth group because for like a really long time my mom was like, just go, you'll have fun, all your friends are in. I'm like, nah, finally joined and here I am now.
Youth ministry has actually helped me because I want to be a youth minister.
I'm not, really wanting to go out and say, I go to church every Sunday, but I'm not someone to go out and say that I do. I lead the prayer before every game, and I get made fun of it, at school, but who cares? It's a team, we're a family, and I got this last night from actually the Rutgers coach, Coach Shiano. I got this last night, it says family. Forget about me, I love you.
For me, I believe that God's plan is for me to just help other people, and I love helping other people.
Like everyday life, just the little things.
God has helped me discover what I want to do through the friends He's put in my life.
It's showing me that I do have really good friends and family that support me and love me, and they're good and I'm here.
God's helped my grandpa get through the hospital a couple times. So I'm just thinking I kind of need to help my grandpa out because he needs help the most out of our family.
My mom's had cancer, been diagnosed with cancer recently, so just helping out my family's just been a big thing. So I think that's what God wants me to do.
We had battles in my family with drugs and other things, so I think God showed me not to do it and to help other people with those problems.
We were youth day in Rome. How He helped me out was during the last Mass, seeing the 100 people there. Gave me the calling just to give my life for Christ.
I think everyone needs help at some time, and you just have to be there for your friends. So basically, whenever you see someone in trouble or in need, I think that's when God's really calling you to help others.
Well, it seems like you guys are really good listeners to God from that. I mean, you all have a lot of great stories with really listening to God, and that's something I really gotta admire.
It's not always the easiest thing to do. Can you guys share with us a time when you recognized a sign from God that helped you know what He wanted you to do?
Just like when I joined the Bible study and group at my church, because I met a lot of people I wouldn't have met, and they became some of my best friends, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
I kind of feel as if whenever you get a gut sign, you feel like you're stuck with a hard decision and your gut tells you to go somewhere, I feel as if that's kind of like God speaking to you, go for this.
Pretty much just joining youth group, because I always thought it was kind of weird and I really didn't know about it, but I went for the first time and we played rock band and it was pretty fun.
What happened with me is I live a very fortunate life. I have a loving family. I have a lot of, possessions that I really find I'm really fond of. But the thing is, a lot of my friends aren't as fortunate as me. And if I really sat down and named all my friends, I could probably list you how much more I have compared to them. I think God has done this to me so that I could share what He gives to me, the blessings I get, with them, so that I can let them know that someone cares about them, that they're not alone.